You guys are in Baldur's Gate.
How about them apples?
So you guys have a few loose ends to wrap up before you leave Baldur's Gate, if you remember what those are.
Y'all, I never went to the theater.
I think I might have went forward in time, so you're gonna have to refresh my memory.
Yeah, it's an extremely vivid, wintry dream.
Yeah.
We all experienced a prophecy in our sleep.
It's terrifying.
I do know one thing.
You're writing down the whole story on the back of your character sheet?
No.
Okay.
just important names.
Yeah.
Okay.
We went to the Harper's agent and left a message about the cost of plane shift.
Yes.
Also the yellowed pages. Thanks, Devin.
Yeah?
Yep.
Oh, aren't some dragon culty folk are coming, aren't they?
Yes.
Yes. The caravan is coming through town. Most people have been alerted.
Mm.
Did we visit Akin Cinnabon yet?
No. You haven't.
Do we need to do that?
Yes.
Okay.
Also, vampire.
Yeah, we could check up on the vampire. Although I thought that the vampire was a lot closer to Alterel.
Yes, it was. It was pretty close to Greenest, so it wasn't in like Eltergard yet, but it was like it's pretty far away from here at this point.
Was it like in the middle, kind of?
No, it was just like a day out from Greenest.
We were supposed to investigate that vampire somewhere in a bigger city, and I thought this was where we were supposed to look.
It was in Alterel.
It was a cliffhanger. Yeah.
Yeah, although I thought we had all decided that there was like no good way to track a vampire since they can like shapeshift.
Well, no, but we decided that we did also decide that we would look for more signs of her. We didn't know where she came from.
Well, how do you want to do that?
Well, ask around. Because she's a master vampire, she's going to turn more people into a vampire. So it was like kind of an issue.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't need resolved super right now. We can worry about it later, but...
Well, I mean, if you just tell me like who you might want to ask, and then I can tell you what they know.
Well, we probably just want to see if there's been any vampire attacks.
I'm going to need 6 feet of rope, a Zhentarim lackey, a bulb of garlic, and some pliers.
Okay.
Everything else I got, but what's the pliers for?
Oh, you'll see.
Are there like journalist newspaper equivalents here where you could go and ask on the common news?
Yeah, probably like newsletters and
Couriers?
there are town criers and stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say
Watch-
people who shout things in the
Would the
streets.
town watch have like a board or anything?
Yeah, they have a board. We went there.
That was a bounty board,
Yeah.
but you can definitely find like newsletters at certain businesses, I'm sure. But if you check those, and if you ask the guard, there doesn't seem to have been any vampire attacks.
Everybody was sticking it in her.
What?
What?
Pincushions.
What the? I missed something.
Alex said I heard his mom was a bounty board.
Oh
Because
boy.
she said you're a bounty board.
Yep.
God
damn it.
Sorry. Anyway, yeah. Furthermore, we might be able to, like, put up a notice or something. Like, hey, there was a vampire down in these parts, watch out.
Well, putting a paper notice is gonna... If she still happens to be here, that's going to put her on alert.
You can just alert the guard.
Yep.
Like, hey, we ran into a vampire here.
Maybe there's paladins? Any paladins around? Anyone oath-bound to quash that kind of thing?
The gauntlet.
Yeah.
You can tell Ash.
Sure.
Yeah, it's just like, oh yeah, we'll kill the shit out of a vampire if we see one. We'll keep an eye out.
Just, if she's gonna pose a threat or whatever, just, throw your ice, stake her from behind, whatever you gotta do.
Bring down holy vengeance.
All that good stuff.
But yeah,
Y'all got a contact in Alterel, because that's probably closer to the area she's prowling.
yeah, Onthar would be over there. We can pass the
Right.
message to him too.
Alright. We did tell Anthar, didn't we?
You could have. Our Halloween episode was kind of a flashback, so you, as we played it, probably hadn't done the vampire thing yet when you talked to Onthar, but you definitely could have let him know.
Yeah. Well, I think just passing word along is good enough.
Yeah. We'll go ahead and spread the word to any other Gauntlet allies we have in this general area, this region of the Sword Coast.
Alrighty.
This vampire is big trouble.
Yeah.
Big trouble in Little Baldur's Gate.
Yes. So anything else?
Not that I can think of.
There are a couple people that you needed to find or talk to. Quelenna, you put in that request for the plane shift.
Mm-hmm.
You'll need to check back in with Miralyn
Okay.
on that.
What were you after the plane shift for?
Buddy, I gotta go home sometime.
Oh, right, yeah, duh.
Yeah. And you guys wanted to track down the guy that broke into Luthiel's study.
Yes, that was it.
And Fiori, you also wanted to talk to a certain someone about a certain group.
I did.
Which one do
Alright.
you want to do first?
Well, why don't we track down the dude who broke in? Because that can be all of us.
It could be 2 birds, 1 stone.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, because he said he was gunning for his entire... Well, I know people, so I don't have to worry about that.
He said he was the dude, I think Thisrin was his name, said he was a gent wannabe.
Exactly, so...
Or was Thisrin the guy that was stalking Fiona?
Yep.
This one was the guy that was stalking Fiona and knew the person who stole the thing. And
Yes.
said that he was...
Said his name was Harry.
Ah, yes.
And he told you the bar that he hangs out at.
Good barber, close shave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Starting at $5.99 a month. Anyway.
So what's the plan, guys?
What do you all want to do first? Let's keep it simple to begin with and go find that person. We have one more person we talk to.
Sure. Well, I'd like to give it a couple days. I mean, these generally mages do take a while to get back to you. They're always so busy.
Mm-hmm.
I normally wouldn't suggest this, but I might have a source with some connections. But they prefer that we meet one-on-one.
What? For what? What are you speaking of?
They can find people. They know where people might be.
I mean, we can just go check the bar first.
Sure.
So yeah, you want to head to that bar?
Yeah.
Sure.
Alright. So yeah, you find the place. I don't think it was too terribly far from Fion's place. And you head on in there. It's kind of seedy looking. There's some people playing cards in the corner, a bunch of people hanging out and having a party, a bunch of people at the bar. Who do you want to talk to?
Barkeep.
Okay.
They see most, but we can all talk to different people.
What game are they playing of cards?
Roll perception.
Nat 1, go fish.
Yeah. No, they're playing Yahtzee.
That's a DOS game.
That's what a Nat 1 is.
They're playing checkers.
Connect 4. Doesn't even exist yet. They're playing it.
Perception will be dirty 20.
They're playing poker.
Yeah. Colin's gonna go over there and watch them.
Okay.
Maybe buy in if they seem receptive.
They seem like kind of a close friend group, so probably not.
Gotcha.
But yeah, you come up to the barkeep. He's this kind of tall, muscular man with like a military-style haircut and a small mustache, swiping glasses.
I would like to put some money on the bar first. How much is like a mug of ale?
2 copper.
I put down the 2 copper, and then I sort of palm and discreetly show a gold piece.
He raises an eyebrow.
I'm looking for a guy that I hear knows how to get into places, named Harry. Ever heard of him?
He doesn't say anything, but he kind of nods over to the corner of the bar. And you see 2 guys standing in the corner. There's one guy who's really overweight and kind of has like a pedo mustache thing going on.
Oh no.
And then there's kind of a skinny guy who almost like looks like he could be a school principal or something. He's like really uptight, got neat hair and a very straight and well-groomed mustache, but he kind of looks like a creep also. But he's pointing at the big one.
So, a school principal who's also a pedo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
I subtly nod, discreetly pass him the gold piece.
He nods appreciatively.
Mosey on over to Harry.
Okay. He's just kind of like...
And I'm going to... Are you coming with me?
I could if you want me to.
Yeah, I'm going to nod for you to come along.
All right.
Come along, little doggy.
I am nobody's dog.
Well, this guy kind of looks like he's perpetually out of breath and just kind of gazing off into the middle distance at nothing in particular.
Does he snore while he's awake?
No, he's just kind of...
I see what's going on here.
He just kind of, like, looks at you, like, absently,
I
like...
think I see what's going on here. So I'm looking for a guy that knows how to get into places, and I hear from reliable sources that you might be the man.
Well, I got ways to get around and get into places. I got some operatives who might be able to help you out for the right price.
Alright, what are your going rates there, bud?
Depends on the job.
Fiori whips out his fan and just kind of tries really hard not to laugh. He has it in front of his face. He's trying to keep his eyes as dead as possible.
If there's a joke about this guy, it's lost on me.
Yeah, same.
I'll explain later. So are we talking like an assassination or like a robbery?
Yeah, robbery, B&E. Click, clean and quiet.
Alright, well, what nature is the target of your robbery?
Do you have anything to input?
No, you took the wheel on this one.
Dragonborn, take the wheel!
Yeah. Are there any like independent jewelry stores or something?
Oh, yeah.
Or anything in the area of Luthiel's closet?
Study. But,
Man!
there is a marketplace not far from the study that
Okay.
there could be a jeweler there.
Okay, you know that jeweler with that really snub, high-nose, pretentious-ass glasses?
Of course I do. I know every merchant in the city.
Damn bet you do. I'm looking for someone to take his ledger, because, I'm gonna be making some moves.
Alright, well, I can get in touch with some of my high-level Zhentarim operatives. It will be about 3,000 gold up front and another 3,000 gold after the job is done.
I'm gonna lean in and,
Wait, you're not a cop, are you?
do I have to tell you or else it's entrapment?
Yes.
No.
Okay, it's good to know.
Technically true. Now,
This is going to be a very high-level Zhentarim operation, so discretion is highly advisable.
yeah. Now, I got my own ear to the ground, as it were, and I heard.
Oh yeah, are you also in the Zhentarim?
Yeah, I've been thinking about it, but I prefer to remain unaffiliated except for cover.
Oh yeah, that's understandable. Zhentarim work can be very physically demanding, and it's not for the faint of heart.
Fiori starts fanning.
Yeah, I hear that. And I heard that someone you might be in touch with managed to sneak into a place called Luthiel's study. Procure an item or two. I was hoping that guy. I'm really impressed with that work.
Oh yes, he's one of my best. Yeah, his name's Charlie. I can definitely get him on this operation. I've been working with him for a long time. He's definitely an expert at robbery.
It's good to hear.
Definitely a professional.
Fuck me.
Can't do it, can you?
Well, shit, man. That's good to hear. Now, unfortunately, I have to admit that I can't really pay you that much up front, and that's why I need the ledger so I can start making my moves. But I can give you this silver dragon statuette.
Well, I usually don't take anything other than straight coin.
Consider it collateral. I'll get back to you.
No.
It's a family heirloom. It'd be a bitch if it got lost, so, it's pretty important.
Well, he kind of takes a look at it and is like, are there any serial numbers or maker's marks that I should be wary of? Or
Not a one, my dude.
I suppose I can keep it as a collateral and have it appraised by one of my high-level Zhentarim contacts.
So good to hear. And it's alright if it's alright if I check out Charlie face to face, right? Or whatever he's comfortable with.
Charlie doesn't usually like people seeing his face, for security reasons. He's
Face to mask is fine.
I suppose he can wear a disguise.
Sure.
Oh.
We can have a code phrase and everything. Excuse me, my compatriot has a bit of the sniffles. He's in a way, but
He has some flu going around.
you say that.
I suppose I can have my boy Charlie meet you back here at 0800 hours tomorrow, and maybe we can work out an arrangement. How does that sound?
Sounds good. We'll do brunch.
Excellent. It'd be good to do business with you.
Handshake.
He doesn't spit, but he handshakes.
I'm going to
Remember, secrets.
Is there any sort of magical DNA testing or anything? Like skin analysis? I don't know. What?
You can use, a piece of hair or something to, scry on somebody, but identifying someone, not really.
Wipe the spit off into a little bowl and then use it in your scry spell.
Since I'm a dragonborn, I could just accidentally nick him and get some of his skin under my nail.
Yeah, I mean, you got claws, you can definitely do that.
But would it be enough for scrying? Is the question.
If you preserved it very carefully, maybe. But it might be better to get to, a fingernail clipping or a lock of hair or something.
Out of game. Why are we going to bother scrying on him? You're meeting him somewhere? Why don't we just go to the guards, tell them that he mugged you, and have them come get him and get your statue back?
That was definitely going to be part of the plan of getting the statue back.
Mm-hmm.
Out of game, so what's up with this guy?
Okay.
Now what in the fresh hell was that?
So the movie I, Tonya...
the real life guy.
Yeah, there's this guy. It's kind of a biopic, but...
It's very good and you should watch it.
You know about the Tonya Harding incident?
Is she the ice skater?
Yes.
Okay, I'm at least familiar with commercials for the TV show.
Yeah, she's involved with the attack on Nancy Kerrigan that almost broke her knee before the Olympics. The guy who hired the guy that did that, his name is Sean, and he truly and utterly believes that he is a high-level CIA operative with anti-terrorism experience.
And he has a very...
And he's a fucking oaf.
Yes. He has an unfavorable mustache and is a bit on the burly and thick side.
So yeah, what you gonna do?
Quelenna catches back up with her and she's like, what in the fresh hell was up with that guy? Wish I could tell you, but he's going to jail soon, so fuck it.
Well out of earshot. And then I'm going to go to the guard.
Okay.
Before we leave, Fiori steps outside of the door and then just falls on the ground, laughing as silently as possible. But you've probably never seen him smile this big. Ridiculous.
Yep, coughing fit. Sorry, he's got the sniffles. It's flu going around, they say.
Oh yeah, there's flu going around. So you're going to the guard?
Yep. Excuse me, officer, I have some information that may be relevant to your interests.
I'm listening.
You see, I got mugged by this fucking asshole. This big, burly guy. I think his name is Harry.
Okay.
He had a friend with him.
Yeah, I think his name was Charlie? Charlie, yeah.
Well, we've seen them around before.
Name doesn't ring any bells. He must not be important.
That one surprised me, but he did get my silver dragon statuette.
Really?
Which, I look pretty chromatic, but I am actually half metallic. So that's kind of a family heirloom.
Oh.
I'd really like to have it back.
Oh. Can you tell us kind of what it looks like?
I give them an exact description.
Right.
And they'll just be like, yeah, there's not really a serial or maker's mark on it, which I guess it just got rubbed off centuries ago. God knows.
All right.
Bahamut knows, I should say.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. Yeah, they'll take a description of the statuette and the description of these two.
Bahamut knows what got last rubbed off 100 years ago.
Oh.
And,
If you have a moment, actually, we did just see him in a bar.
Yeah, but, I don't think Charlie was there, but they mentioned something about coming back to that bar around 8 bells tomorrow.
Okay. What bar is it?
Just
Yeah.
point. Yeah.
The Dick and Tackle.
The Dick and Tackle it is.
Rod and tackle.
Nope.
More tasteful. Dick and tackle.
Dick and tackle.
Yep.
Straight up. They don't play games.
Yeah. We can send somebody down there to check it out.
Thank you very much.
And you're the lady that brought in that bounty the other day for the stabbing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was good work.
Oh, thank you very much.
I'll have it checked out.
Sort of
And that is all set.
absolute kind of thing. Good talking to you.
All right.
Wow. Stick your nose any farther up his ass and it'd be brown.
It's not like you can see it, cause...
No, I think shit color would contrast pretty nicely with those nice shiny black tails.
Also, don't worry, we can smell it.
Oh. They're burning on you.
Yep.
Look, I'm saying it's an effective solution. It's just
yeah,
a little.
Yes, it is.
You were just right in there, is all.
I mean, he was also very appreciative for the work that she did. It
Recognized game
went
and y'all
both
looking like
ways.
strangers is what I'm seeing here.
Well.
Well, if that's the way you feel.
But yeah, no, I don't. I was brown nosing pretty hard. And I don't mind licking boots if it gets me what I need. I'm mutable like that.
Fiori, you want to go see an opera? Alright, let's go.
Dabney, do you want to come see an opera?
Yes.
Let's go.
All
To
right.
the opera.
To the opera.
Do I get invited to the opera?
No. Just kidding. Of course you are.
She'd just be like, fair.
Hazel,
you
that
too.
tickled.
Guess I'll just go fuck myself.
No, darling, I got a really nice lady you could take over if you wanted.
I'm fine.
So yeah,
Must be all up under there.
Oh, she is.
the next day, if you go back to the guards,
Oh, yeah, we're gonna go watch that shit.
Oh, you want to go watch it go down?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'm going to try to make it look nonchalant.
I mean,
Just
yeah,
like,
I'm going
oh
to
my goodness!
cloak myself.
Yeah, and of course they're gonna go into the bar. And be like,
Also, that evening, before the next day, I want to say that I am practicing with my fan. Because he said if I practice for a few hours, then I get proficiency with it.
no, not a few hours,
Well,
like a
for
month.
a lot.
Yeah, it will accumulate while you're traveling, and we're skipping a lot of days. So yeah, the guards show up there at 8 o'clock, and you see Harry's in there, and then a guy next to him wearing a very shitty disguise, probably just one step up from Beagle Puss. They're like, "You Harry?" "No." "Hey Harry, who's that?" And then they're dragging him off to jail a couple minutes later.
Score.
Oh.
And if you go to meet them back up at the guardhouse later, they will have a present for you. I believe this is yours.
Thank you so much. It's good to see you again.
Yeah, you are welcome. Thank you for helping us get a dangerous criminal off the streets.
Oh yeah, I could tell he was just a real threat right off the bat.
Yep, definitely. He kept saying something about high-level Zhentarim operative, but we stopped listening about 5 minutes in.
It's a good idea.
You lasted 5 minutes, did you?
We had to...
I understand.
Yeah, we had to write stuff down. It was hard. It was really hard.
So sorry. Can I buy you a coffee?
Yeah, please.
Fiori will do a coffee run for everyone.
Yes. He's like, I've got to interview him later.
He just...
For like an hour.
Just gives him 5 gold.
Oh, thank you. I didn't sign up for this shit. I would take a high-level Zhentarim operative over this guy.
I'm sorry.
You get more notoriety out of that.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, it beats desk work, don't it?
Yep. Cleaning
Only
up the
just.
streets. Yeah. Gotta wade through the filth if you want to clean up the city.
Oh, well, I suppose we should be on.
What's next on the docket?
Cinnabon.
Your mother!
Cinnabon. Alright.
So is there anything in particular that you wanted to do to Harry or Charlie to get your vengeance?
Well, they're in jail now. There's not really anything I can do.
That's the kind of thing you asked before you get him in the poke.
Yeah.
No, there are ways. There are ways.
Oh, enlighten me.
Well, sometimes you can pay a sum of gold to someone to get arrested, get into jail, kill them, and then break out.
That seems needlessly unnecessary.
It's an option.
Besides, after watching you talk to them, I'm very confident that he will just die by his own devices soon.
Here's hoping.
He's at least gonna get the shit beat out of him in jail. Like, that's almost positive. Positively.
Are you sure? He is a high-ranking Zhentarim operative,
That's
so
true.
he should be cock of the walk.
Oh yeah, he's just gonna have all the clout.
Fiori just sits down for a minute.
Coming, leaking out of his ears.
He's just gonna own the whole jail. Just you wait.
Mustache like that, no reason to doubt him.
Storm is coming. I'm gonna get fucking...
Yeah?
Nope, that's gone.
You're gonna get fucking.
Get to fucking.
Get on fucking!
I'm gonna get Mrs. Elizabeth Zhentarim down here personally and give you all a whipping.
Whoopin'?
Whipping.
Hoping.
So you want to go talk to Cinnabon? Cinnabon.
Let's go find Cinnabon.
Do we want, like, cinnamon rolls, though? Because that sounds pretty good.
Oh, Quelenna already went and got some.
There were Cinnabons at the opera.
Dagny, you want to come grab some pastries with me? I smelled something divine on the way.
Cinnabon and Orange Julius.
Yeah.
Combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
Hey, oh, she can bounce. Oh, she got you.
This morning I was laying on my bed with my legs crossed like this, and she was like peeking around my knee, looking at me, and I was, doing the same thing, kind of trying to play hide and seek, and I was thinking she'd just run around my knee, but instead, when I didn't see her, she just bounded over my knee, face planted directly into my face.
Oh, Hazel! Good baby girl!
A little fluff on you.
Yeah.
No, she's 100% fluff.
There's a lot of stuff on you.
So yeah, you were directed to go to like a equipage yard at the north gate.
Equipage?
Yes.
They basically prepare wagons and stuff for journeys.
Equip things.
Yes, it's like a portage business. I don't remember.
It's the target distribution center of Baldur's Gate.
And yeah, you find this equipage yard. It's basically a big yard filled with wagons and like lumber and like construction materials. There's like a big storage warehouse. There's a stable right next to it. And the guy who's running everything is this tall guy with kind of sandy blonde hair. He's got a hat on, but I can't think of what it's called.
Wool hat? Floppy hat?
He's got a wool hat on. Yeah. He's in the middle of helping some merchants get a wagon together to head north on the coastway.
So, is this someone that Fuck, what's his nuts? Is this someone that, like, Leosin or his buddy told us to talk to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Leosin referred you to him.
And so, is he part of any of the organizations?
No. He is not a harper, but he knows Leosin, at least as a contact.
Alright. So, would name-dropping Leosin help?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, well, when the moment looks opportune, I will saunter on up.
Right. Hey there, how can I help you?
Mr. Celeban.
That's me.
Well, us here, Stout and Dotty, group of adventurers, would like to volunteer our services for any caravans that may need it, recommended by your friend and ours, Leosin.
Oh, yeah, Leosin.
If there's any large caravans headed north in the next few days, put a word in with them, would you?
I suppose I can do that. Is there any... Are you looking to get hired on as guards or something?
Exactly. We're all skilled.
Right.
Hale and hearty.
Well, I don't know, like, schedules of any merchants that are passing through. They just kind of show up and pay money and get what they need. But, if you guys feel like hanging around and keeping an eye on the traffic here and looking for some big caravans getting together, there's an inn right across the street. It gives you a pretty good view of traffic going north out of Baldur's Gate.
Well, alrighty. I will take that into consideration. What is this, like the third day we've been here?
Probably 4th or 5th.
Okay.
Merchants pretty much hire on an individual basis, so you will talk directly to them as they're getting stuff together.
I see.
They'll probably put up a post on the board outside when they start hiring. So yeah, I would just recommend sticking around and keeping an eye out.
Alright. Got any odd jobs that a set of strong arms could do in the meantime?
No, I think I'm pretty well covered.
Very pleasure meeting you.
Yeah.
My name's Quelenna, and these lovely folks are blah blue blue blue.
Nice to meet you. And say hi to Leosin for me.
Sure will.
Alright.
So basically, when like the 9th day comes, just like go and sleep at that end instead of the study.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll probably want to keep an eye out for the dude, the
Okay.
red beard, dragon tattoo guy. Just so you sort of know when the cult is showing up.
Ah, yes, Horace the Discreet.
Yes. Dragon tattoos are cool.
I'm not arguing with that, but Lord,
Mom.
that ain't on the nose.
Yeah.
If that was any more on the nose, you could breathe out of it.
Yep.
Then I think Quelenna's gonna make a habit of just sleeping there. Like, she'll still meet up with people here at the study during the day, but she's gonna go rough it over at this other inn.
Yeah, we can do that.
And,
Also, if you were bored, I'm sure Fiori's mom wouldn't mind if you played at least for some or something if you wanted.
oh yeah, I'm sure she's been doing that every now and then.
Oh, yeah. So
Like if we don't otherwise have plans, then she's going out and finding a different place to perform. Or, if she's, if the lobby's not busy at the study.
Luthiel has, she'll have different forms of entertainment going on in, different areas at the same time. So, if you were just like, hey, it'd be super cool if I could play a thing, and you didn't suck at it, which you won't, and she'll be like, hell yeah, go for it.
Yeah, definitely.
Alrighty.
Get it, girl.
In the intervening days, Jeskira, I assume you're getting that regalia resized.
Yep.
I'll just say it costs 5 silver. Quelenna, you want to check back in on your mage thing?
Yeah.
If you head back by the yellowed pages, Mirlin has a letter for you.
Okay.
Well, we managed to get a hold of somebody, mage in the city, that you can talk to about planar travel.
Well, how about that?
Yeah. He lives in Upper Town. His name is Seagull.
Seagull.
Yes.
Steven Seagull?
Seagull.
Well, alright, thank you very much. Take
You're
the letter.
welcome.
Does the letter say anything special?
No, it's just sort of the notice that he got back from the mage saying that you could stop by and kind of
Okay.
his address.
Let's go.
Alright.
Apparently-
You gonna take us with you.
Well, I
You
mean,
don't have to. I was just curious.
Jeskira is obviously at my elbow.
Not necessarily.
You did make a comment, so...
It could have been shoulder Jeskira.
Yeah. Guess it's all up to you, Quelenna, if you want to bring anyone.
Pseudo dragon on your shoulder.
As cute as that would be, I think Quelenna's gonna meet with the guy first, on her own.
Okay. Sounds good. You head on up to the upper district, and this guy lives in cart-carrying certified mage tower, and is very stereotypical looking, like narrow skinny base, and then like a lab up top, so it kind of looks like a miniature CN tower, or Cial Space Needle kind of deal.
Yeah. I was gonna say like a St. Peter's Basilica.
Oh, the onion domes?
Yep.
And there's a small library at the bottom, and then a spiral staircase that'll take you all the way to the top.
Mm-hmm.
And you can knock on the door. And this guy inside is this kind of scraggly looking human, and he's kind of old. He's probably in like his late 60s. His lab is in disarray. He's got like artifacts and experiments out, and there are like open books and pages laying everywhere, and you can tell this guy's kind of scatterbrained.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, hello! You must be Quelenna!
Why, hello, I must be in the august presence of, Seagull.
The one and only?
Why, I was just half expecting some sort of bird person.
Nope, just my name.
How'd you come by it?
Well, my mom named all her children after birds. So, like, Robin, and Crane, and Hawk. But after her 14th child, she kind of started running out of cool ones.
Well, at least she didn't name you, Ben Juice Drinker.
Ben Chicken. Ben Chicken the Great.
I did have it pretty easy compared to my youngest sister, Chicken.
I'll say, although chickens can be mighty fierce.
I'll say, but I've decided to embrace it.
Well, Seagull, it's an honor to meet you, and she holds out her hand.
Yes, shake, shake. So, you need some help with planar travel?
Why, yes, I'm originally from the Feywild, and I was sort of forced into taking a vacation here, when a set of some cultists managed to catch me with a misspoken ritual, instead of the thing that they were going for.
Really?
Yes.
So they summoned you?
Yes. I assume by name?
It's interesting that you haven't sort of gone back on your own, but...
Well, then they tried to, bind me to them, but I don't think it really worked.
Yeah, if they summoned the wrong person, or the wrong type of person, I assume if they were cultists, they were trying to summon a demon or something.
I would imagine.
So the binding ritual for a demon wouldn't work properly on you.
Well, that's reassuring.
But that's okay. We can find a way to fix it. Let's see.
Fix it?
Send you back.
So something's wrong in that I haven't gone back already.
Well, I can't be sure. I mean, it's supposed to expire naturally on its own, but it's possible that you were summoned on a more permanent basis.
Well.
But we have options.
We do. Now, before we go any further, may I inquire as to the cost of these services?
Well, for looking at a plane shift spell, it would be fairly expensive. Plane shift is a, 7th level spell?
7th circle, I think.
Let me
just dig through my tomes.
Let me open the mighty tome of Google and see what it has to tell me.
Penned by Nikolai Gogol the Great.
Let's see.
Famous for discovering a number of 1 followed by many zeros.
Who actually started Google?
Sergit, Bryn, and... It wasn't Peter Thiel.
I have no idea.
It was 2 guys. A lot of companies are.
Yeah. Well, let's see. For a plane shift spell, it would necessitate me and you going to the Feywild and then me coming back. So technically, it would be 2 spells. So we'd be looking at minimum of 1,500 gold.
Well, that's not too terribly bad. Could take me a while to come up with it.
Now, there is a slight hitch. Plane shift requires you to have a rod that is keyed to the plane that you're wanting to go to. I have a couple of them, and he kind of opens a drawer with some slots in it that you see some, forked metal rods in. Well, I have one for a couple of the elemental planes. I have one for the abyss.
I've got an object that comes from the Feywild. I don't know if it's got any sort of special attunement to it.
It has to be made of a metal native to the plane.
Well,
Or a type of metal native to the plane.
Well, I've got this. I'll just show it to you. And she unlocks her vial case and lifts up a secret panel on the bottom, taking out the instrument and setting it aside. And she pulls out this arrow. An ancient arrow of elven design, presumably made of some kind of fine metal. And it was a trinket from a lover.
Let me see. Just the one?
Just the one.
This might not be enough metal.
Oh.
Yes.
You can make a cocktail fork.
Needs to be about the size of a tuning fork.
Well,
Cocktail tuning fork.
But this is a good start.
all right. My instruments are made out of wood and are highly valuable to begin with, so I don't suppose that could work.
Probably not. And it can't just be any metal native to the Feywild, like steel from the Feywild, for example, but a type of metal specific to that plane. Like, for example, abyssal blood iron, or Batorian green steel, for example. Has to be kind of metal that only comes from the Feywild.
Do I know of any kind of metal that only comes?
You probably do, but I don't, as DM.
Alright.
You'd probably know where you could get it if you were in the Feywild.
Okay.
But you don't know where to get it here. And this arrowhead is
mithril.
something like that.
You paying for it.
Well, that could be a problem.
But there is another way. Let me see. And he leafs through another book. And it's like, yes, we... wait a minute, what were we talking about again?
Planar travel.
Yes.
I need to get back to the Feywild.
The Feywild. That's right. Thank you for reminding me.
Oh,
I can get
Jesus.
so scatterbrained at this age. If you are originally...
How old are you?
I'm 42. No.
33.
I'm 18.
What?
Not a day older.
You look very mature for 18, sir.
He probably says, like, he does say 42. That's how old he thinks he is.
But he looks like he's in his 60s or 70s.
Yes.
I wasn't aware that humans deteriorate quite that fast.
What are you implying?
I'm
Rude!
just offering a general type of sympathy, pity, you might say, but only if you like that phraseology.
No.
Well, you know, when you're so busy with magical studies, you don't have time to worry about your appearance all the time.
Well, I quite understand. I've met a number of brilliant songwriters who couldn't give a lick of care for their personal appearance.
Really let themselves go.
That's the proper attitude, if you ask me.
Yes, well, they're
all
not
about the
likely to
work.
get big audiences performing in that state.
Right, well, I don't have to worry about audiences, so I'm fine.
I'm sure you are.
Anyway, back to what we were talking about. Wait, what were we talking about?
The Feywild.
Feywilds, thank you! Now, you are originally from the Feywild, so that gives us another option that is much, much easier. And that would be the banishment spell. All we have to do is cast banishment on you, and then you just go straight back to the Feywild. Like this! Make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, shit!
What the fuck, dude? He's a doddering old man. He's just gonna pull out all the stops.
That's gonna be 19.
Nobody. Oh, thank God.
Oh, shit.
I was like, no one came with her. She'll just disappear, and we'll be like, Quelenna, where did she go?
Time to roll up a new character.
Well, you made it. You successfully resisted it.
Excuse me?
Oops. Let me try that again.
Wait.
Oh. Yes?
I kind of wanted to say goodbye before I left. I have met some friends.
Oh, of course. I'm sorry. I get so ahead of myself sometimes.
4 steps
Just a
ahead.
little bit.
Well, whenever you're ready.
How about... Well, how about tomorrow, about the same time?
Sounds good to me.
Make a note. Why don't you write that down? In fact, I'll write it down for you. I'll write you a little note.
That is so kind of you. Thank you very much.
I just, this niggling voice from the back of my head just said... And she writes down, I'll be back tomorrow, prepare your best banishment for me, wink. And then she takes out, like, a little bit of cosmetics and smears it on her lips and then kisses the paper and leaves it on top of one of his, like, beakers or something.
Aw, okay. Alright.
Now he's gonna be waiting for somebody named Smooch.
No, it's got her name on it.
Okay.
I don't recognize this language. Alright, so...
But, would there be any cost to performing this spell? Or couldn't you just do it any old time?
There would be a cost, you're right, but it would not be nearly as expensive. Let's see. About 160 gold.
Well, that's downright reasonable.
Yes.
Well,
Luckily,
lovely.
the material cost for this one is much, much lower than lane shift.
I can see that. Well, how about, you have a lovely evening, and, hopefully I'll see you again for the last time tomorrow.
I will see you then. Good to meet you.
Toodaloos you go.
And off you go.
And back to the study.
Okay.
I assume people are hanging out there.
Mm-hmm.
How did it go?
Well, it turns out that this mage thinks he can get me back by banishing me.
Well, that would make sense.
Yeah, do it.
And I don't want to leave y'all in the lurch. So,
So you're ready to go?
I mean, it's been a nice little vacation and all, but, you know, you guys got this.
Okay. You've been it's been really nice traveling with you.
I can say the same for you.
Man, the part in the ways is always the worst part. Usually save that for the end, at least.
I've had such a great time bonding with you and Spiff.
Snort.
Spiff is like, fuck you, woman. I don't like you one bit.
No, he loves everybody. He's a good boy.
Maybe Jeskira can learn Conjure Fey and just pop you back in.
You're not even going to say goodbye to the drinks.
Well, I don't got an opportunity. They know I love them.
He can pop you away anytime.
Well, yeah, but I'm here.
Alright.
And I got stuff to attend to.
That's fine. I don't care whether you live or die anyway. That's what
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
I think I can speak for all of us when I
Well,
say
let me
that.
just walk over to this table and lie dramatically on it. Since you just don't care.
Have somebody scoot a fainting couch in. Just so you
Fiori,
can,
I'm dying.
I think I can speak for all of us that we're gonna miss you.
I'm gonna miss you too. But we got one last night. Let's have a good one.
Sure. All right, party.
Alright. Throwing a party.
Sure. Not like a huge party.
Not a rager.
Yeah. Just a farewell party.
Just I want to have enough money to...
Pay to get home.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have a nice, quiet, but still fun party. And head off to bed.
I think at one point during the night, Quelenna gets tipsy enough to tell Luthiel, now, I don't know why you bothered asking me to keep an eye on your son. Like, in what way do I look trustworthy?
Honestly, you were just closest to me.
I see. Convenience. Well, I tell you what, it's awful convenient right now.
Oh, God.
How do I steal her money?
Oh, darling.
Not
Can you
joking.
afford
I
me?
need it right now. Right now.
Well,
I
normally...
am the proprietor, but I also work here.
I'm not just the club president. I'm a member.
Yeah. But we're talking platinum level.
Oh, platinum, honey. I got platinum.
Right now.
I mean,
Steal
platinum as a category.
Oh,
right now.
Look, you're charming, but,
Absolutely
you know what? I think
current.
I'm just gonna go
He's
over
gonna
here
still
back
do
where
it.
my
It's
drink
current.
is.
Fiori, how much have you had to drink?
Under different circumstances.
None.
You and me.
I
you're
generally don't. And I need to take her money now.
We are both awkwardly judged sober.
You better roll your sleight of hand, and you roll your perception at disadvantage.
Hell yeah.
I was kind of drifting out during the whole banishment spell thing. Does it specifically say, like, banishes this creature to its own plane?
It's home plane.
Yeah.
If it's from a different plane, it goes back there.
Okay.
23.
I got dirty 19 to see that, so he beats me.
Yep. Fiori's got all your money now. Hope he remembers to give it back before you go back to meet Seagull.
We'll see. You're charming. I see where he gets it.
The door's always open.
And then she heads on back. She slips some arms around some people.
Some people, not
Yeah, just
everybody,
whoever. You know, lead a round of a drinking song.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, Devin. Uh-oh.
Oh.
That Hazel's gonna get you.
You can get your beats.
So eventually everyone heads to bed. And then it's morning. Quelenna, what do you do?
She's starting to get ready, and then she's like, Russell. Fiori! Where is my money?
Fiori is just having breakfast. I don't know what you need.
Uh-huh.
Is it not in your pocket?
My entire coin pouch is missing.
Oh.
And I have checked in the blankets and under the mattress, and as well in the pocket of my loot case, where you have seen me store money. There is no money.
Shoot.
Insight.
Insight. Deception.
That one. Natural 20.
Oh God!
Natural 20 plus 4.
Dirty 20.
Ugh!
Ooh.
I got natural plus 4, man.
No, yeah, she beats me for
yeah.
sure. But I'm just so pissed that I got a dirty 20 and you still won.
Yep. You know he's bullshitting you.
Fiori, just give it back. She's not gonna run.
You know what?
She's not gonna try to sleep with your mom.
I
again.
was
Just-
very... What?
I disagree.
What? I'm not gonna try to what?
We all know this isn't about the mom. This is just because
Are you
Fiori
saying
doesn't
that
let
I
you
propositioned
leave.
Fiori's own mother?
Maybe.
I don't remember that in the
Oh,
slightest.
you absolutely did.
I imagine you wouldn't.
I'm horrified. I am absolutely horrified. I am so sorry, Fiori.
I mean, she is very attractive.
Yeah, she's a
kind
lovely
of
lady.
a job.
I
She still-
cannot disagree.
She still
but
does work here too, so.
I'm just saying.
You're not the first person I've seen hit on my mother.
That notwithstanding, I have a professional relationship with you first and foremost. So you know what? I'll look again, Jeskira. Don't worry about it. We'll circle back to this if I still can't find it, because Fiori is also very good at finding things. Are you not?
Of course I will help you look.
All right. Zoom back to
man.
the room.
So, like...
Oh man, she would just rock. She would destroy your fucking world, Quelenna. You have no idea.
Come on, man. She's...
I don't know.
Why not? What's the harm?
Deny.
Quelenna comes back a good 45 minutes later. You know what? It's the darndest thing. I still can't find it.
While she was gone, Fiori was sort of trying to look around, or pretending to look around, and planted her empty pouch in, like, sort of like a hidden place, like a potted plant or something.
I was just thinking potted plant. Just in a fern in the corner. So yeah, I was just about to say to you,
And
like,
just
just because you know he's lying doesn't mean he's gonna stop.
Yeah, like, that's... She's trying to convince him.
Just kind of looks at Jeskira, and Dagny's like, well, aren't you going to help me look? What?
You are also pretty noodly, right?
I mean,
Noodly?
What's your strength bonus?
Noodle arms.
+2.
Damn. All right. Just what's the harm? Just give it back. She's not.
What? I really don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my God! You ain't that slick.
Am I overhearing you guys?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Like Jeskira is trying to be quiet, but
We all know that Fiori just doesn't want her to leave.
Oh no, I don't care if she leaves.
well, I don't want her to leave, but I also don't want her to be stuck here.
Well, we get money all the time. We're adventurers.
Exactly. She won't be stuck here. She just will be delayed, I guess.
So perhaps you just didn't want her money to leave.
Insight.
What are you inciting?
I'm going to read Insight to see if Fiori really is just trying to keep Quelenna from leaving.
I'm absolutely sure out of character that this is retribution for hitting on this mom.
Oh yeah, it definitely is. Yeah.
What'd you get?
Well, it's on a 14,
no,
but it technically landed on a 6.
Oh. Then yeah, no, you don't know.
Also, for anyone who cares to insight, Quelenna was probably lying about not remembering that.
Yeah.
I know your tricks.
Alright, and then she comes back.
Forgiveness, permission, whatever.
Is that... I swear I checked that potted plant on my way in here before.
Oh my god, would you look at that? It's a pouch!
Well, yes, but when she goes over and she jingles it, it's empty.
Oh shoot, looks like we've got a culprit to catch.
Well, I'm just concerned for the security in your mother's place of business and residence, Fiori.
As am I. This just can't stand. We better...
Did Charlie break out of jail? He's back at it again! High-level Zhentarim operative. Or no, it was a decoy.
I mean,
He is still at large.
as careful as we try to be, I can attest to the fact that not so savory people come here sometimes. It's not horribly uncommon for people naive to the ways of the world to get pickpocketed.
Yeah, it's hazard of the trade, especially here. But looks like we should go through the ledger and see if any likely names pop up.
Yes, we definitely should.
Alright.
Fiori goes and gets the ledger. You think you're gonna call his bluff, you ain't. He'll play this game until it is over.
Yeah, he knows. Or Jeskira knows, but it's gonna end sometime.
We'll see.
Well, in the meantime, I think I have an apology to make.
Okay.
Quelenna's gonna go to, Luthiel's office. If she's awake. Hi.
Yeah. Hi. How are you feeling this morning?
Most of my gold has gone missing.
Oh.
I could also say out of character, this is probably not the first time that's happened.
Oh no. Oh no. Interesting.
Now, I did find my coin pouch in a potted plant, but it was empty.
Wow, that's
that
really
little
strange.
idiot uses that plant every time.
That is really strange.
Can I insight?
Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty low DC.
Did it happen to be that ficus by the door?
Is it that fern?
That's gonna be 21.
Oh yeah, you know it's Fiori. Just from her reaction, you know what's going on.
That little shit. Well, I apologize for anything untoward I may have said last night while I was under the influence.
That's okay.
It's fully toward. You just didn't have the platinum to put where your mouth was.
You weren't by any means vulgar. So
I'm relieved to hear that. I believe, however, I may need to abase myself to your son to get my gold back.
yeah, maybe.
Well, time to hitch up my petticoats and get going.
Good luck.
Thank you.
She almost wants to scold him, but he's an adult.
What good will it do?
Yeah, it's not going to change anything.
She could scold him. It would help.
Here's what happens is a little bit later, Luthiel comes down to, she's probably actually got an appointment that she's getting ready for. Mm-hmm. And she comes down to the bar and she just does this.
Gives him the look.
The look that he knows oh too well. And then she goes about her business. That look says more than she ever could.
Mm-hmm. More than words.
He just goes, "Oh look, I found it." Drops it all over the floor.
Quelenna relaxes in her chair and just double checking to make sure I know this spell. Nope, I don't. Quelenna does not know Mage Hand.
Oh.
So she
She has to pick
says,
it up.
"Thank you, ever so kindly."
You're so welcome.
Guess who does know Mage Hand?
What a crazy random happenstance. Guess I'll collect my coin now.
You could ask someone else to help you pick up the coins, but...
Actually, she's probably just gonna, go get a little broom and sweep them up.
That's brilliant. Because it is several hundred coins.
Yes. It would be fucking annoying. So, that's what's going on until lunch.
Oh, man.
Yep.
And then she does a quick count.
Yeah, he gave you all of it.
Okay.
He actually couldn't get it all out of his pocket with the first handful.
Yeah.
So every time you were just about finished, he, scoops out some more onto the floor.
Oh,
God,
man.
it just keeps coming.
Where is it coming from? Just through a tear in space-time. Just pouring right out.
Got a faulty bag of infinite storage there with a hole into your own pocket.
Yep.
Has Luthiel gone to her appointment already?
Not yet.
Ma'am, does that get a daguerreotype or a lithograph of you making that face just to show him every time?
If you can draw or pay for the artist, you're more than welcome to.
I'll get some quotes.
Alright.
You back off to see Seagull?
We'll have lunch on Quelenna's dime.
Okay.
Now that you've got her money back.
You didn't take all of her money.
God, what a little shit, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she sings a little verse of music for each of them, including Spiff.
No.
Extolling their virtues, and she says, it's a work in progress, but I'll make sure it gets around back home. And then, back off to see Seagull.
All right.
Cheers! Before she leaves. Cheers!
Yes.
A toast.
Cheers with our sangria, our lunch sangrias.
My seltzer water.
Fiori will have a mimosa.
Yeah. It's too good to pass up.
Bottomless mimosas.
And then you return to the Mage Tower
Okay.
and knock on the door, and he answers, "How can I help you?"
I was here yesterday about the banishment to the Feywild.
Feywild, yes! Thank you for reminding
I
me.
even left a note. Look at you, you're so precious.
Oh, yes. Where did I put that again? Here it is. It's under the desk now, and he just picks it up.
Sandwich stain on it.
Yep.
Well, I am ready when you are.
Do I have to make any kind of effort not to resist this time?
Yeah, you can choose to fail the save if you want to. I think
All right.
that's probably a given for anything.
Yeah. Then Quelenna makes said effort.
Okay. And he does his zibbity-zobbity boop. And,
Vocal, somatic, and material component.
yep. And here we go! And then you are banished. And you disappear, but you're not back in the Feywild.
Alright.
Instead, you're in this weird gray space. In kind of what looks like an empty room. Like an empty, featureless room.
Well, gosh, if this isn't the boringest place in existence.
And, you can tell already that this is definitely not a place anywhere in the Feywild.
Mm-hmm.
And you're stuck there for a minute, and then you're back in the Mage Tower. And he's been kind of off, starting to do other stuff, and he kind of turns around and is like, "You're back!"
It didn't work. I went to a very featureless place.
Like a grey room?
Yeah.
That's unusual. So, when you use the banishment spell on something that is not from another plane, it banishes them to a harmless demi-plane for a minute.
That's not harmless. That thing is criminally boring.
Well, I mean, they don't throw you in a lake of fire. So, the spell reacted as though you were not from another plane.
So what you're telling me is that the quick and easy way back ain't working.
I'm afraid so.
Well, thank you for trying. Here's your fee. Clink.
Oh, don't worry about it.
You sure?
The spell didn't work. I would feel bad taking your money for that.
I could at least reimburse you for the material components.
Well, I suppose 5 gold.
Okay. Clink.
Yep.
Does this mean that your character's deep plot twist is that you were actually born on this plane?
It's more that the cultist done fucked up.
If you want to wait a minute, he can, do some, magical divinations wibbly wobbly on you to sort of figure out what the problem is.
Identify.
Sort of.
Can be cast on a person.
That's true. Although this is probably more like a detect evil and good sort of thing. It's like, well, you're coming off as a fae, and a type of fae that is usually an outsider, but you're not coming off as an outsider.
Alright.
I would say they definitely messed up. And somehow, in trying to bind you, accidentally anchored you to the material plane.
Well, shit. Is there any way to fix that?
If you're able to go back to the Feywild another way, that should remove any of the side effects of that binding. So plane shift is still an option.
Alrighty.
Other than that, I don't know if I can help you.
Well, thank you very much for all your time and effort. It was deeply appreciated, sir.
I'm sorry it didn't work.
That's alright. You know what? I got a couple things I still wanted to do anyway.
Well, that's good. Seeing the bright side of the situation. Always a good thing.
I try.
Well, if you need anything else in the future, you know where to find me.
Yeah, I guess I do. Thanks.
And good luck.
Thank you. I'll just, see myself out.
Yes. I've got work to get back to.
And then about a minute later, once she's out of the tower, the mage can hear a long string of invective and swearing.
Oh.
Out of the window.
Like in Sylvan, maybe? Even?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh dear. That's a shame.
Goddamn archfey fucking mother swindling. Hornswoggling. Pig ballin'.
Daniel Radcliffe's beautiful asshole. Whatever the fucking card says. Delicious asshole.
Delicious assholes of cultists. And then back to the study. Well, guess what?
Oh, hello!
You are
back!
Oh, I didn't.
I'm sorry.
No. Them cultists somehow bound me to this plane, so I'm no longer native to the Feywild, at least until I can go back by some other means.
Oh no.
I'm
So-
really sorry.
Guess what?
I am truly very sorry, and I feel bad for taking your money.
No, you don't.
I do.
Okay.
That does really suck. Imagine
does
if you
suck.
were taken out of the material plane and couldn't go back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your regret is appreciated, Fiori. Guess we'll be earning some more money together after all.
I suppose. Would you like a mimosa?
Yes!
Yep.
Mimosas all around.
So yay! You're stuck here.
Woohoo!
You know what? We'll keep it in mind to help you figure that out.
I mean, I'm sure I can get the means eventually. The rate things are going.
We'll help you.
That is awful appreciated, Jeskira. Very touching.
I just don't want you to be high and dry just because the spell didn't work.
Honey,
You've been through enough.
in a city with this many beautiful people, I am never dry.
Okay.
And then she closes her laptop.
Her slate book 5,000.
Dagny, would you like a mimosa?
Oh, yes.
Fiori just handing out mimosa.
Oh yeah.
So how's Spiff holding up in that room?
A better question is, how's the room holding up with that spiff?
Scuffed.
He may
Definitely
have fallen
scuffed.
into a life of decadence.
Just like,
It's true, he probably does get so many pets.
I was just thinking like silks and pillows all over the floor.
Yeah, just lying in a pile.
Do we... Sorry, I should probably know where my companion's staying, but I could have sworn we had some kind of stable situation set up.
Oh,
He was roomed up with you, I believe.
was
Yeah.
in a
Okay.
stable for a little bit, and then we
Alright.
had him secretly smuggled into the city.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's staying in your room.
Yeah, he's
at
in Luthiel's
study.
study, and
Not
And
the actual study, just...
I'm kind of imagining, like, you've told him to, like, behave and not wreck up the place, and which he'll do because he's your companion. But he does get a little bored and probably just tosses some pillows around just a little bit.
also
Well,
he's...
the rooting thing is natural.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna happen.
It's just gonna happen.
They put him in a pretty scant room, and then they put still nice pillows and bedding and shit in there, but all stuff that, like, maybe needs repaired a little bit or is kind of out of fashion.
Yeah.
It's around, nibbles on a bolster.
And probably despite his best efforts, at least one pillow or sheet gets torn
That's
at
fine.
some point. Yeah, weekend mending it, it's cool. Then Fiori. There's just one last order of business. How do you want to do this?
I am going to wait until the evening and, wait for some dudes to come around that I know are in the know.
Okay. So I suppose for a while now you've been keeping up on, like, gossip around the study and, like, getting to know the regulars and rumors about them.
The hottest goss.
Just hot goss.
Hot goss.
In that case, you're aware of one person in particular who is a regular here that they say is a member of the Zhentarim. But, of course, no one has ever confirmed or denied this.
Right.
They would be the last ones to do that.
Yeah. It's just sort of like I think he does this work, and I've seen him with so-and-so. Might have seen a coin with a strange symbol on it. Like, I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. But you know this guy. He kind of gruff-looking, long, kind of stringy black hair and a little bit of stubble on his chin. He's like maybe like slightly less handsome Viggo Mortensen, Aragorn kind of deal going on. But he is also kind of a dark type, has his hood up, smoking his pipe in the corner or whatever. And you probably don't see him until, like, day 8.
Fiori borrows some of his mom's really nice tobacco, because you just know she smokes. And since he's, like, also a person that is just around all the time, sometimes he helps out with, like, on busy nights clearing dishes and such.
Mm-hmm.
So he will approach and, oh gosh, he's so nervous. That's precious. My baby boy!
He just looks imposing, too.
Can I get your autograph?
He's kind of, he comes here and waits for a little bit, like, before his appointment, and while he's waiting, he's just kind of, like, maybe reading a newsletter or something quietly in the corner.
He'll come over and, ask, do you need anything? I know you don't tend to drink much while you're here, but some water or juice?
He's kind of silent for a long, uncomfortable moment. I suppose a glass of ice water would be nice.
Of course. While he's preparing the ice water, he's just like, shh. The fan is just going so hard. He's okay. Okay. He'll come back and bring in the ice water, and then kind of have a seat next to him. I've heard some whisperings about your position. I have some information that might be useful to you.
He's just looking at you.
It doesn't matter if it's true or not. Anyway, the whispers, I mean. The information is, and then he just sort of tells him all about this Dragon Cold thing and what's going on. And, says, if you're affiliated with the group that I've heard you're affiliated with, and he's keeping his voice pretty low, too, like,
yeah,
not being a fucking idiot, and being like, so, you know, there's this Dragon Cult, and,
yeah.
I just thought that you might like to know the Harpers and the Gauntlet are already involved, and if you had any use for the information, I thought it would be good.
Jeskira plays the mandolin. You could do dueling banjos.
Yes, that's happening off in the corner.
Yeah.
There's another long, uncomfortable moment as he's kind of sizing you up. And then he kind of, like, almost impatiently taps his pipe on the table. Honestly, I have no idea what you're talking about. And then there's another long moment. But thank Thanks, I guess. And then he seems to just kind of turn his attention away from you.
You know what? Fiori's gonna keep sitting there.
He's not going to say another word to you.
That's fine.
It's an uncomfortable 10 minutes spent in silence. I imagine Fiori's heart must be fucking racing.
Yeah, he's sweating a little. But god damn it, he's gonna keep it together.
About 10 minutes later, one of the workers, one of the more, sort of higher level, I don't want to say like more expensive, but like...
No, more expensive.
More expensive. Bigger earner. Just kind of comes to the door and is like, Volek? And he looks up and just kind of folds and puts his letter away. And as he gets up, he just pats you on the shoulder once and leaves.
What is insight? What does that mean?
Go ahead and roll insight.
I'm doing it! Oh no, it's bad! 10.
It's like, I don't know, maybe that was a friendly pat, maybe that was an I'm gonna kill you later pat, maybe it was don't ever fucking talk to me again, I don't know, maybe, am I in? Maybe I'm in?
Maybe I'm out.
Or maybe I'm dead.
Oh no. I'm gonna, like, sort of discreetly feel around on my person.
You don't feel anything.
Check that out. And check the leaflet.
What?
He left his newsletter behind. He might have done something to it.
He did.
I don't know.
He left his newsletter behind?
He did, yes.
I'll look at it!
Roll perception.
16.
You don't see anything. Nothing stands out to you.
Is he desperate enough to involve another person?
No, but he is going to follow that dude.
Oh, he's going to his appointment.
I'm gonna follow him.
You're gonna watch him get
his appointment.
His appointment, yes.
His appointment. Never mind.
Yeah.
Not gonna do that.
No, yeah.
No, he's sure
Jesus,
to kill you.
Fiori.
No. Nope. Not interested, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, for some reason, I was thinking it was like an appointment if he was meeting someone else.
Like a
Or
therapist.
something else.
Doctor's appointment.
No, just like
Check up on his 401k.
work.
Right. No.
No.
He's going to his appointment.
Jesus Christ, no. Anyway,
His dick appointment.
he's gonna sit and take a few deep breaths and then try looking at the paper again.
I mean, he didn't have a pen or anything, and he didn't make any markings on it. You don't see anything at all.
I'll just keep working.
Okay. Doing anything else that night?
You know the ballad Bohemian Rhapsody?
Do I?
Oh, jeez.
If you sing it, I can be the feller with the guitar.
It's a guitar. So anything else at all that we should do before we move on?
That's what I can think of.
Okay.
Oh, you tried.
You're gonna roll and notice that, sister. I'm not.
Yeah. That's definitely a perception roll. That's even if you happen to be around when this went down.
Oh yeah, I was out in that lobby area.
She was
Hanging out.
playing music with Quelenna.
Dueling banjos. That's going to be 19.
You noticed the two of them over there, but you might not have seen everything that happened.
Us exchanging like 6 words.
Over the course of like 20 minutes.
Being very just sitting there silently.
As someone who could be a bigger fish, would I recognize this man? Has my dad ever come home in the dark of night cursing this man's name? Has my mother, for that matter.
No.
Alright.
You're honestly too much of a small fish to have dealt with any Zhentarim.
Tiny.
I don't know my parents.
Like, maybe your dad, but you also don't know this guy's name or anything, so you don't know him.
Hello.
You know what? It's not a matter so much of if there's anything else I'd like to do, so much as if there's anyone else I'd like to do. And the answer is always yes. Especially...
Well, you're in the right place for that.
Oh no, I'm not interested in paying.
Oh, alright.
I mean, some of them just like to have fun.
Looking for love in all the wrong places.
Oh, Quelenna will go out and find it if she has to.
It's not hard.
It's a good thing that Han Solo and Leia ended up being a happy couple because he might have been looking for love in all the wrong places.
God damn it! Leave!
You're out of the podcast.
Jeskira is cancelled.
I'm keeping her. No, when Jeskira gets banished, she gets banished to the realm of bad puns.
Yep.
She doesn't do bad, like, she might do bad puns, but it's mostly me, man.
Yeah, I can't see Jeskira doing that a whole lot. So, day 9. You guys are going to head up to the Blackgate district and keep an eye on things?
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody roll perception.
Why did I put my dice on the floor?
No! I was distracted by a fat bird.
22.
Okay.
Nope. That's a nat one.
Ooh, what did you get?
1.
Oh,
13.
okay.
Solid.
Well, Fiori. You're keeping a good eye on the equipage yard across the street when you notice something, noteworthy but not too unusual. A palanquin comes by.
Oh, what?
It's almost like a little sort of like cab that is carried on poles by people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like a covered couch.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like, I think it's called a pangolin. The like large armadillo.
Yeah.
thing.
I would love to see a giant pangolin come through town. Pangolin on a palanquin.
Considering the rules about animals,
it could be a very important.
That would be fucking hilarious then.
Awakened pangolin that is like
That's
some
like a
noble
trade.
now.
A trade prince.
Yeah.
dignitary.
Oh, that'd be great.
But yeah, like nobles and stuff will use palanquins in the city sometimes when they just don't want to be seen.
For sure.
So it's not altogether noteworthy, but it comes by Celebon's yard, and Celebon comes up to the window to talk to somebody in it. And as you're watching the curtain kind of part, and a scaled black hand drops a coin purse into his hands.
Oh shit!
And then after another couple of minutes of talking, the palanquin leaves to go further down the road.
Hey, everybody. Huh? He just took a payment from a black-scaled draconic hand.
Well, that's interesting. Bye.
Where are you going?
Right to him.
To Celebon?
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, should we follow the palanquin?
I mean, we can diverge and do that, but I want to find out what he knows first.
Okay.
Yeah, Celebon has started sort of like getting together like almost a sort of inventory kind of thing, and he's getting it together as you come up.
Hey. I know that you may have a practice of discretion amongst your clientele, but I was just wondering, who was that?
Oh, I don't know. She said her name was Resmir, I think. Dragonborn, I think.
Yes, and that's not great.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Well,
Ask Leosin about it.
I guess I'll do that. Yeah, she just bought a few wagons. He's kind of looking at you like, you're not just here to be guards, are you? Like, kind of suspiciously. Like,
Oh, yeah, that was the goal.
Yeah, we're guards.
but
Yeah,
he's
let's be guards.
he also kind of like is like, I don't want to get involved in this.
Yeah, you don't. So if we, as guards, as Hale and Hardy adventurers, happen to be hired by some person that might have come through recently and bought 3 wagons, he said, I would make sure that this person did not have your name in mind.
What?
He has to recommend us to her. there's a connection. I don't know why you said that.
Because he could have been duped. He's not in on the whole. If he's not in on the whole plan, he can't be directly responsible.
Well, he couldn't be directly. Your speech is making him
All
more
right.
responsible.
Okay. Look, I don't know what's going on, and I don't want to know. If you come by as the caravan's getting together, I could show you maybe which wagons she bought. If you want to keep an eye on them, otherwise, don't involve me.
Out of game, I forget. Did we want to get hired, or would they recognize us, or did we just want to follow them?
I don't think Resmir's ever seen any of us.
I don't think so either.
Resmir, no.
Also, the last time we went into the camp, I think we all had disguises on, didn't we?
Yes.
These false identities.
You were all disguised, and you do know that the cultists that are coming through were from the camp. But you were disguised. So, you can just follow them if you want, but if you're not part of the caravan, you'll be exposed to a lot of danger. If you get hired as a guard, you can make some money, and you'll be close to everything.
Yeah, he doesn't have to recommend us directly either. He can just be like, you go check out that inn across the way. And then what do you know, we'll be there.
Last time we were caravan guards, we saved the whole town. So I think that's a pretty good resume.
Well, she doesn't need. She shouldn't have
She
ever
should
know
not
that.
know that,
No.
No.
She's not the hiring person, right? Well, out of game, is this whole thing cult caravan?
No.
Okay.
It's probably going to be mixed with several merchants.
Okay.
And all the merchants will be hiring guards as they put the caravan together.
Oh, so are we trying to specifically be Resmir's guards?
No. Not just part of it at all.
Yeah, if you're part of the caravan, you'll be around everybody, so, yeah.
Though I certainly wouldn't scoff at getting hired. And actually, I think if he would do us the kindness of recommending us as her guards, should she need them, that would help immensely.
I can vouch for you a little bit, but mostly it's at their discretion who they hire or not.
Of course.
Usually they'll ask for your experience. Maybe they might have you spar with someone real quick to get an idea of your abilities. And then if they like what they see, then they'll hire you on. They usually don't discriminate too much. So yeah.
Perfect. What do you think, guys? Should we give it a shot?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So what you doing?
Quelenna's gonna pick up. She's gonna pack away her costumes real securely and make sure that she's got a couple of more serious outfits of like common clothes, just to look the part.
Okay.
So she's not planning on wearing anything flashy.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything to prepare for the caravan, or just gonna wait?
I'm all ready.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
Wait.
All right. So a little later in the day, Fiori, you notice a man and a team of people carrying some crates up to the equipage yard, and one of them happens to be bald with a red beard and a dragon tattoo on his arm.
Oh,
Look
man.
at that. Hey, everyone.
That's our guy.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Let's go get him right now. Not.
No. You can keep an eye on him, and he hangs around in the equipage yard as he and a bunch of other people show up to sort of
Do all the loading.
yeah, it seems like he's part of a team of like a dozen and maybe a dozen and a half people all carrying stuff through the city that they're all starting to put together and load onto the wagons. And some more merchants and some more workers are starting to filter into the yard and buying some more wagons. And pretty soon, by the end of the day, you see a caravan getting put together. Mm-hmm. And somebody comes out and puts a post on the board outside for basically like a now hiring thing.
Fiori pounces on that shit.
I'm gonna nonchalantly go check it out.
All right. So this whole caravan looks like it's going to be made up of about 100 people and about 9 wagons altogether.
Okay.
And there are 10 people hiring. You see, there's a human man who is bald and short and stout. Kind of looks like he's loud and obnoxious.
No.
There's a male half-elf with black skin, slick-backed slicked back black hair, seems to be very friendly and polite as he's interviewing people. There's a moon elf woman with blue skin and dark purple hair. She seems like she's kind of reserved and quiet. There's a dwarf man with gold hair and a braided beard, and he's very, like, kind of excited and kind of looks a little scatterbrained. Kind of like the mage that you talked to. Another human man with shaggy blonde hair and kind of like a sallow complexion, and he's being very quiet and just kind of observing people and
Raggy.
just kind of conducting interviews with people one-on-one, like in a quiet corner or something. You see two moon elf brothers with dark blue skin. One has black hair and one has white hair. One of them seems to be very outgoing and talkative, and the other one you see signing to his brother. There's a human Kalimshite man, another guy who seems to be very outgoing, but he's wringing his hands a lot, seems to be very nervous. Another human man, very big, very muscular, dark red hair and dark red beard, being very sociable, but also kind of looks like a very overbearing personality. Couple more human man. There's one who is...
More human man.
More human men.
More human
so
man.
many men.
You see a young, tall, skinny albino guy, and he is just all smiles. He seems to be very cheerful. And then another guy with short black hair and kind of sunken eyes, and he seems to be pretty quiet and also kind of nervous. These are the merchants that are hiring. For you guys, you can all either apply to the same one or different ones. Either way, you'll all be part of the same caravan, so it's at your discretion.
And is our guy anywhere near these people?
No. All the people that you've seen accompanying Dragon Tattoo Guy doesn't look like any of them are hiring guards.
Okay.
What are you leaning towards?
Jeskira. Can I roll an insight to kind of get a bead on their character?
Sure.
Natural 20 plus 4.
Hot
All
damn,
right.
that's my girl.
I mean, you kind of want to know who's, like, nice and who might be an asshole.
Who's naughty or nice?
Yeah. Or anyone who seems like they would definitely be distracted and we could sneak away from really easily.
Yeah. Who seems like the best fit?
Let's see. Bayed, the half-elf, seems to be pretty diplomatic and friendly. He seems like a nice guy. Ed Helry, the moon elf woman, seems, she's nice, but she kind of seems like she gets easily flustered, or maybe a little impatient. The two brothers seem very nice. The albino man, who is all smiles, seems very nice.
Does he seem very nice, or does he seem kind of shifty?
Like, too nice.
Super nice. Like, he's farting rainbows, man. Like, not very shifty. If anything, he looks really naive, maybe.
Like, definitely wants you to stay for the Bible study after donuts.
Fucking maybe? Everybody else looks like they might get on your nerves, I guess, is all I can say.
Quelenna definitely is interested in the two brothers.
Okay.
Yeah. Seem interesting.
I personally, I'll go with the group, but I vote for albino dude.
You just want to take his shit.
I mean, a little, but also he seems a perfect combination of nice and ignorant.
You just want to take his shit.
Dagny, what do you think? Do you want to see the list?
No. I vote for albino man as well.
Well, why don't we split up? Yeah.
Okay.
Let's split up, gang. That never goes wrong.
Never.
Alright, so...
Well, we should probably have, like, mundane fighter spellcaster groups. Just for diversity's sake, maybe?
Well, we'll all be kind of around each other. I think we'll be alright.
Yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead and have you two are going to approach the Moon Elf brothers.
Mm-hmm.
They are Nuhar and Selvek Saralim.
Okay.
And Selvek is the one who is signing, and Nuhar is talking.
Quelenna approaches with a formal Eladrin greeting that involves the use of gesture.
Oh. Like as a way to sort of sign to Selvek or something? You know any sign language?
I don't like it's a formal greeting, so it probably involves a few pretty words and then like a few open, welcoming gestures. It's not necessarily sign language per se.
Right.
And Quelenna does not know a sign language.
Okay. Yeah, Nurhar is like, hey, greetings.
I just walk up and...
Hi. You hear about the job openings, as it were?
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Seem like a nice couple of guys, like the cut of your jive.
Oh, thank you. So our caravan is headed north to Waterdeep. We're going to be cutting through the Fields of the Dead, going up by Dragonspear Castle, and passing through Daggerford and on to Waterdeep. That sounds like a journey that you want to tag along on.
Sure.
What kind of experience do you have?
I've got a bit of a reputation as an up-and-coming bounty hunter in some areas.
Really?
Yep. I was trained. It's sort of a profession of the family.
Really? Very interesting. What kind of bounties do you typically pursue?
Usually just sort of things like theft, stabbings, pickpocketers. Every once in a while you get something exciting like smuggling. Sometimes a bandit raid. I've been in a few bandit raids at this point.
Impressive. Would you happen to be having your gauntlet necklace out at all, or are you hiding it?
Do I think it would benefit me? Could that have been part of my insight roll?
Yeah, I think it would benefit you.
Yeah, I'll have flipped it out.
Says, oh, I see you're a member of the Order of the Gauntlet as well.
Yep, another part of the family legacy.
Wow, how long have you been a member?
Not too long now, but, I'm really sticking to it.
Well, still, that seems like definitely a good feather to have in your cap. What about you?
Well, I have some archery skills. I'm also skilled in entertainment. As you can see, I carry my own instruments with me. So you won't lack for that on the journey. And I also have some spellcasting ability.
Okay.
And
I was going to say, we're mostly just looking for guards, but, so you're
it's a 2-for-1 deal.
You're a bard then.
Yeah.
you could say that.
And she's real handy in a battle. One of my latest scrapes, she's been beside me the whole time.
We've been working together, so got a little synergy going here.
Selvek signs something to Nurhar. Nurhar is like, he's wondering what instruments you play.
Well, I play the viol, and the lute.
Nope, lyre.
Lyre,
The viol, the lyre, and the candlestick maker.
And, I don't have one on me, but I've also been trained in the pan flute and the drum.
Ooh, pretty well-rounded experience.
And I do a bit of singing.
I know not quite the chops she does, but I do also play the mandolin.
Oh, very lovely.
We've been working on a couple things. This is a little casual jam.
Something to do during the old downtime.
Selvek kind of looks at his brother and just, does a little thing with his fingers like this. He's like, yeah, my brother plays the flute, actually.
What? That's amazing.
He's never been in a concert or anything, but he's a
hobbyist?
Hobbyist, yeah.
Well, be happy to give him some pointers on the way.
Alright. So both of you, go ahead and roll your persuasion.
Oh, hell. 10.
Okay.
Nat 20 plus 11 for a total of 31.
Oh, yeah.
Damn. 31. Jesus Christ. So, Nurhar is talking to you. He's like, well, I say with the sort of Order Gauntlet kind of vouching for you. Actually, why don't you go... I forgot I was going to have you roll an advantage.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll again.
I like that. Still 10.
Okay. It's like, well, with the Gauntlet thing going free, even if you're maybe kind of a newbie, it still speaks to kind of aptitude. I suppose we can,
Mama didn't raise no fools.
Yeah, I suppose we can,
Well, she's got me out of several scrapes, too.
If you are interested, we'd be happy to have you as a guard.
Sounds great.
Right, we will pay you 5 gold per 10 day, plus we'll pay for your food and expenses, and we just need you to protect the caravan from threats. We've got a couple more guards here that you'll be working with, one of them being the sergeant, and he'll sort of, be ordering you guys around, as it were, as kind of a unit for our wagon.
Alright.
Alright, and,
Let's see, would he also happen to be in the gauntlet?
no, I don't think we have any other... We haven't hired any other gauntlet. I mean, caravan guards are often just freelancers. So, usually no, official guards. Usually not a lot of faction members, but it is relatively low-paying work. But,
So if he's not a real sergeant, I don't have to listen to what he says.
You don't have to, but you are encouraged
She
to work
says
as a unit.
internally.
Right, okay. Yeah.
But no, even if he wasn't, she'd just work. She'd be a team player.
Baby!
Meanwhile, as he's been talking to you, Selvek has kind of been randomly kind of signing at Norhar excitedly, and Norhar has been like, and my brother here would be really interested in sort of learning more about your craft.
Well, absolutely.
He was wondering if you'd be interested in being a bodyguard.
Well, I'd be honored. Oh, that's quite an opportunity.
Oh, I bet it is.
A little bit more demanding. You'll be expected to stick pretty close to him, and
I don't think that'll be a problem.
Jeskira.
You're so used to being the one that did dirty jokes, you reprimanded yourself.
Ha ha.
You're not wrong.
So you'll have to stick close to him, be on high alert, protect him from any threats.
Naturally.
And as Norhar is translating him, he explains, and your pay will be 10 gold a 10-day, plus your food and expenses.
That's amenable.
All right. Well, we'll write up a little contract for you, and we're heading out in the morning.
All right.
All right. So you two got jobs.
Cheers!
Amy and Alex, you were going to talk to Samardag.
Samarbag?
Samardag.
Sam Ardag.
Yes.
Yes.
Which seems like it should mean Saturday in some language.
Yeah.
It
Or
does.
Sunday. I'm trying to remember what the German for like Saturday and Sunday are, just in case.
Oh, shit. I don't
It's
remember.
like Sontag and...
Yes.
Sonntag, Montag. Don't know Tuesday. Wednesday is Mittwoch.
Which I love that word. It's so interesting.
Yeah.
Mittwoch.
I don't remember the rest of the days.
I haven't learned.
Freitag for Friday.
Thursday.
I haven't learned my days in
it's
Swedish
something
yet
like
either.
that.
Oh, that's what it's named after.
Yeah.
Thursday.
Thursday and
And
Wooden's Day. Yeah. And then Friday is Freya Day.
Yep.
I don't know what Saturday is for.
Surtur?
Saturn.
No, I think it might just be Saturn,
Yeah.
because they didn't all come from Norse. So yeah, you guys go up to Samardag, who just flashes you guys the biggest smiles, and is like, hello! You looking to sign up for caravan guards?
Of course.
Excellent. You guys look like nice, reliable folk. Why don't you tell me a little bit about yourselves?
Oh, God.
Well... God, I haven't even picked a town name yet. That's kind of foolish.
New Hobbiton.
Cheddar Falls.
Cheddar Falls!
Oh my god.
Makes
Is
the
that-
finest dairy anywhere in the Greenfields.
Is that a location in D&D?
It could
It
be.
can be.
Cheddar Falls, I like it.
I was gonna use it as an alternate name for Cedar Falls if I ever did like a D20 modern game.
No.
Um,
By the way, I had an idea for that. I thought
for
maybe
Cheddar Falls.
for whatever your hometown is,
Ah,
I thought maybe that it's actually on the way on this caravan as you're heading north, so you might have a chance to stop by town.
okay, nice.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've
Finest
already
cheese.
asked this. Would the halfling communities be very insular, very just halflings?
I did manage to look that up. They're, in the Sword Coast, halflings... Actually, in most of Faerun, halflings are just kind of interspersed with other communities.
Okay.
There's only, like, a couple small countries very, very far from here that are, like, halfling countries.
Okay.
But,
Yeah, you got humanoids all shapes and sizes.
yeah. So you weren't from one of those places, you're just kind of in humanoid community.
Nice.
And he was still the quarterback
Oh, hell yeah.
with that massive strength score.
When they come to tackle you, you just go straight between their legs.
Yeah. You gotta be fast and fleet.
So I'm a ranger.
Again.
Yes.
Pretty good with a bow. Good at looking far distances and putting the bow at the far distance point.
Oh.
Well, not
Really?
the bow, the arrow. You know what I mean.
I know what you
Throw
mean.
the bow.
You good with a blade?
Yes.
He's also a very famous quarterback where he's from.
Really?
Do they have...
Yep, the Cheddar Falls Hogsheads.
Took the team to state for 4 years running. Well, I remember that fateful day on marking off the 29th. Oh, buddy.
It's so sad when he graduated. The coach cried right in front of
Such a
everybody.
shame. You know, I heard not serious rumors, but rumors that they were going to hold him back a year just so they'd eke out another year of him.
Are there sports actively played in the Sword Coast?
Likely?
Like leagues and...
Probably
Stuff.
not like leagues,
There fucking is now.
It's
Yeah.
not
That's the great thing about
well
D&D.
defined enough in lore that I'm going to say that we can definitely have high school football.
Yeah, at least like intramural?
I imagine that, like, you might get together for a scrimmage against nearby villages every,
Mhm.
like,
Yes.
for the fall festival.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And, as a bonus, if you hire me, I come with a pig.
No kidding.
Yep. Pigs for free, can't keep the pig, but it comes when you pay me.
Interesting. I suppose he'd be pretty good in a fight.
Yes.
How about you?
It's the most generous man I've ever met.
It's true, I can be very generous.
Well, what are your skills? What you good at? How can you benefit the caravan?
Fairly good with a sword. Good at stealth.
He does this thing where he blinks in and out of fights with his little rapier.
Really? That could come in pretty handy.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm good at watching.
Can also be handy, especially going through a place like the Fields of the Dead. There are just threats all around. But
Sorry,
Exactly.
did you say Fields of the Dead?
yes.
Are
And-
there going to be Fields of Undead?
Mostly we have to worry about hobgoblins, but it was the site of a big battlefield. I think that's why they call it that.
Bit of a misnomer, or shouldn't you call it the Fields of the Hobgoblins?
Well, I
Depends
don't
on how you
know.
feel about hobgoblins.
At least they're not calling it Fields of the Undead. That would be a huge misnomer. But
In any case, I'm more than willing to scout ahead, look out for danger if that's something you need. Otherwise, I can also stay close and just fight it off.
interesting. How about, I'd kind of like to see maybe just a short demonstration of your skills. I guess it's up to you guys what you want to show off. Your bows, or your arrow work, or your bows, or like
Bow and arrow
blades.
work.
Oh, yeah.
Show me something cool.
Do a trick shot on Spiff's back.
Fiori would like to say, okay, and then walk behind Dagny and steal his arrows.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your sleight of hand.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Is that good or bad?
26.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
12. Do you want to roll your perception?
Oh, yeah.
Ranger might be okay.
Yeah, he might.
Is 15 okay?
15 does not
No.
see it.
Then I'm not okay.
Alright, so you don't notice anything, but Sam Ardag turns to you and is like, well, why don't you show us a quick thing with your bow? Maybe see if you can hit that post over there.
While he's talking, Fiori is going to sort of, kind of out of sight, but still in sight of the post. While he's like paying attention to Dagny, he's going to get his bow ready to shoot at the post with Dagny's arrow.
Okay.
Wait, so is he asking me to shoot and you're just queuing up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you presumably reach for your arrows.
Oh, well, gosh golly gee. Somebody started the test early.
Alright, you want to go ahead and shoot now?
Yeah, a dirty 20.
Dirty.
Alright.
So dirty.
Yeah, you hit the post.
Fiori, I want to go now. Thank you.
Wow, that was slick. Alright, give her your best shot.
Shoot the other arrow in twain.
Shoot it
No,
in
do
twice.
very cool. Do a trick shot. Right on the boar.
Okay. I suppose I can do that.
That we have made invisible and snuck over here, definitely, somehow.
Hand wavy, it's
Okay.
here somehow.
What am I going to need to do in order to do that?
We disguise the boar as a palanquin.
Now, this is someone's
Hey,
very...
or put it in a palanquin.
Yeah.
Palanquin.
Pangolin.
Pangolin.
Me pinky?
The fuck is that from?
Oh, you know I don't know.
Stuff. Gosh, I don't know. If you want to shoot the post on boar back, don't know if that would necessarily be like a disadvantage. Go ahead and make...
Mounted combat rules, probably.
That, or you could have him roll an animal handling, or like an acrobatics first to see how well he stays on the boar, and then depending on how well he rolls either of those, whether he has a disadvantage or advantage.
Okay, let me read up on something.
Hazel? Come here, cutie pie. Come on, baby Hazel.
Go ahead and roll your animal handling first. And then I'll let that determine whether you get disadvantage on the shot.
24.
Yeah!
Alright, go ahead and shoot normally.
Okay. Oh, man.
What'd you get?
A 1.
Oh, no.
Are you sure he can't have advantage? That was a 24.
Was it a natural 20?
No.
No.
But it was a
Okay.
24!
Alright, how bad
It's
is
Hazel's
it?
fault.
Can it be something that might save me from not getting hired? Like a snapping string or something? Or a really fat bird?
I have a question.
Everybody pardons a really fat bird.
Mm-hmm.
If none of those are possible, would it be possible that if I see him failing horribly, like if I see him shoot it and I see the arrow is like not gonna make it, can I distract the guys while he shoots?
I don't think you'll have
Before
enough
they see
time
it,
to, like,
okay.
determine that.
Yes, okay.
I don't want to do the same thing that I did with Fiori when he rolled a nat 1, but, your kind of hand slips at the last moment and the arrow kind of, like, drops out of its nock a little bit as you fire it, and it just goes straight into the ground and, like, splinters into, like, several pieces.
Oh, no.
And you just kind of,
That is not...
Faulty arrow.
That is not usual.
Not indicative of his usual talents.
He's
Actually.
an award-winning archer.
I'll come clean. I did break it.
Why would you do that?
It's one of my other tricks.
Sabotage.
Sarbatur.
I guess you could try one more
I was
time.
gonna say, if you let him go again,
Let's
he'll
not fuck
absolutely
this
make it.
up. Same circumstances as last time.
Yeah. Go ahead and just roll normally.
However, before you go, Fiori goes and, like, picks a couple more arrows out of your thing to pretend that he broke more.
Oh, jeez.
Alright, that's more acceptable. How do we feel about 22 over there, Mr. Reynolds?
Yeah, you hit it.
Let's get me.
Unfortunately, you're not gonna get as good a job as if that were your only shot. But he's like, all right, that was pretty good.
Whatever. And let's see.
Now what are you doing?
That's gonna be 12 points piercing.
It just goes straight through the post and like into the bushes. Like comically leaves like a hole in the post, and sawdust kind of goes everywhere when it goes through. It's like, yeah. That first one was definitely just a accident. You seem like you're pretty capable. Yeah, we can have you on as a guard.
Practical misunderstanding.
He's an award-winning archer.
Really?
Yeah, there was a that wasn't a time jumpy thing, right?
No, that
No,
happened.
that
already.
okay.
was
That's the
before.
one.
You could look, stand it out and show him.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The object of proof.
You didn't get a trophy or anything. You might have gotten like a ribbon. Yeah.
Damn right.
We'll say you got a ribbon with your cash prize.
Please tell me that you affixed the ribbon to Spiff's harness.
I mean,
God,
duh.
yes.
Can do.
Prize-winning boar.
Some pig.
Welcome aboard. Yeah, I'll have you as one of my guards. Pay is 5 gold a 10-day plus food and expenses.
Nice.
Let's see who he's with. I'll have you be working with. Okay. Well, I just hired this lady over here as the sort of sergeant of the guard force, and there's a. God, I'm sorry, I'm so disorganized.
You fucking monster.
There's a woman with studded leather and a short bow, kind of talking to a few other hired guards. It's
Just organized. You gave us a fucking handout.
I did. This is Orvustia. I guess you'll technically be reporting to her for anything you need.
What was the name of my sergeant again?
Vavavustia.
I didn't give you a name for your sergeant.
Oh yeah, Quelenna's already got plans.
Oh boy. If you are interested, I would love to have you as a personal bodyguard.
I'd love to.
I'm sure with your sneaky wiles, any would-be assassin trying to creep up on me would just suddenly be cut down.
I've done it before.
Why would anyone want to assassinate this gentleman is the real question.
I'll give you 10 gold a 10-day, food and expenses.
That sounds lovely.
Awesome. Alright, well, if you come back here at dawn tomorrow, caravan will be heading out.
Is there anything you could use help with?
No. I mean, there are workers at the equipage business that's helping load everything.
Of course.
So, no, I think we got it covered.
After I get hired on, I would like to find my commander.
Okay, let me randomly think someone up.
I've been playing Magic too much Magic recently.
I am going to tell them that they could, if they wish, I'm related to the proprietor of Luthiel's study, and if they would like to go partake of their services, they could get a discount.
Oh, really?
Name drop.
Well, unfortunately, I'm staying the night.
Mm-hmm.
Let me think about it. I'll say...
It's going right by the minute if you're really hard up.
Your sergeant is, I'll say it's a halfling woman. Just kind of leather and a short sword.
I'm going to introduce myself and shake hands.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
What's your name?
My name's Lenore.
Pleasure, Lenore.
I consider myself a very laid-back sort of, assistant manager. Just thinking of, like, Jimmy John's terms.
Yeah.
Like, don't worry about being too formal or anything. We're just doing a little caravan guard duty.
Alright.
Not my first rodeo. You can count on me.
It's about my second rodeo.
Quelenna has a very different idea of what a rodeo is than these people.
Oh, Lord.
It does not involve sex!
I just say it that way.
Wrap it up, Calgary.
What?
Because it's like fucking like fairy cows with like wings and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that would be
very
fun.
cute.
That you need to work on your tones.
Yeah, your delivery there was very suggestive.
And they're fucking on cowback while they do it.
Hey everybody, thanks for listening to Cornfields and Kobolds, episode 10, the Big 1-0. As usual, you can find us on iTunes or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. You can also find us on YouTube, where our videos display character stats and other helpful graphics. We also have a Ko-Fi open if you are interested in donating a few dollars to us. My computer is really shitty and makes it really hard to edit the podcast sometimes, so anything you could give would be super helpful. The music in this episode was produced by Vince Vept, and the theme song was Through the Woods We Ran from his YouTube collection. You can find a link to his music in the episode description. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in another 2 weeks.